And now let me regale you guys with another anecdote about my horrible time in the maintenance HVAC industry. I think in my Shovel Knight I played through, I told you about my encounter with the family of like 5 raccoons in this old lady's attic. Which may be the most terrifying incident I've ever encountered. So if you want to hear that story, go to Shovel Knight. But like after that, I only worked at that company for like 5 months because of the way they were. I didn't like the way they were treating me. I didn't like the way they treated their customers, and so I got out of there as soon as I could. And so that company A, I'm gonna save real quick. Company A didn't last very long, and so I went to another company that was local, and I worked with them for probably about 7 months, and they were much better, admittedly, but still had their fair share of problems. I don't want to shoot this. And for that company, I was part of the on-call rotation. And so that meant that, you know, once every 3 weeks, I was on call 24 hours, 7 days. Oh, hey.
Your air meter will appear when you are in a vacuum.
Yeah, thanks for freezing me when I'm trying to get through this vacuum area. And so, yeah, I was part of their on-call rotation, which was an absolute nightmare. Because, you know, they're like, oh, they're totally fine. People are there to help you. There's no problems. If you have any issues, just call your boss, and they'll be able to help you out. Okay, door close. Door close.
As you know, Ishimura is able to set his gravity locally. Your grav boots will kick in when you enter a 0G area.
A zero gravity therapy room. A great artwork there. And so it'd be, okay, you're on call today. And at first it seemed like, okay, this isn't too bad. You know, when I go out, they do actually. What is this?
Your ammo counter will flash red if you can't jump to a surface.
Okay. Yeah, this 0G sucks compared to the second game, just so you guys know. It's very disorienting. But it started out fine, like, oh yeah, people are there to help you. And then eventually, my boss is like, you know what? Like, we're tired of you calling for help. If you can't figure out, just use YouTube. I'm like, excuse me? You're charging, like, it was for that job. You're charging $100 an hour for me to sit in your customer's basement or attic and look up the problem on YouTube. It was infuriating.
Exiting zero gravity.
Before we picked it up, I'll probably call it some kind of bad things to happen, like monsters will spawn in. And so like that drove me crazy as much as the
Great.
on-call work itself.
Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Thank you, Hammond.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh! Whoa. And the stuff people will tell you to lie to you to get you to go to their house was also infuriating. Like we had policies where, you know, oh, I thought that was a shiny to pick up. You know, if you had no heat and it was cold, like really cold, that's an emergency. And so I had people call in, be like, "Oh yeah, my heat's not working," or they go, "Oh, my heater's leaking," and it's like, "Well, sorry to tell you, like you can't. I guess that's not an emergency. Just put a towel down." Like not in those words, nicer of course, but it's like it's not an emergency. Like on Monday or next business hours, we'll be there. Oh, the zero atmosphere is so good in this game. Like the no sound thing, just whatever vibration carries through your suit into your ears is what you can hear. A great view of the where they pulled the cork, as Hammond put it. So I just want to take a peek of Aegis 7. Yeah, the planet's a freaking rock. This dude's like, "Oh yeah, my heater's leaking," and it's like, "Oh, see you later. See you Monday." And he goes, "You can't tell that to me. I have no heat." And it's like, "Oh, your heater's not working, and it's also leaking. Is that what you're telling me?" I was like, "Yeah." So it's like a Saturday afternoon. I just finally got to see my my family and my nephew. I don't get to see him very often. Like, okay, I gotta drive an hour to this guy's house because he has no heat. Get to the guy's house. He goes, "Oh yeah, here's the leak." And I'm like, "Well, I gotta figure out why your heater's not working." And he's like, "Oh, I turned it off." Excuse me? You turned it off yourself. That's why you have no heat. Yeah. It's like, "Oh, well, warranty doesn't cover that. Like, just so you know, like, you're now paying the maximum rate, which is like $260 an hour, and like because you lied to me, that's what you're paying that rate." And they, "Oh no, I have a plan. It's covered. I'm not gonna pay anything." And it's like, "Well, sorry to break it to you, but I'm here. It's my day off. It's like no one else is supposed to be here. Like, and if you lied to me, so like you're paying the $260 for me to repair this thing." A medical log, Dr. Warwick, for patient Harris B, employee. Harris is asleep after another strong sedative. He seems literally unable to sleep without chemical aid. Most people succumb to exhaustion after 50 plus hours of waking, regardless of any desire to stay awake. Not Harris. His explanation of events on the colony is also odd, and points to the same paranoia we've seen elsewhere planetside. His guilt is not in doubt. 2 planetside security officers were present when he took Dr. Scarello hostage and murdered Nurse Evans. And he doesn't deny his actions, but he insists there is no crime, nor does he feel guilt. That's also in the motion comic, so I recommend checking it out if you actually want to see what happened there. This is classic sociopathic behavior, but Harris exhibits no other symptoms. He is affable and friendly, able to empathize and offer original opinions. When questioned about the murder, however, he becomes withdrawn and intransigent, displaying schizophrenic behavior. He also undergoes intermittent hallucinatory periods, again similar to those experienced by other colonists. Harris claims he threatened the doctor because he had to stop the dreams and the faces, and then he'll kill again to make it whole again. What that means, I haven't determined yet. A most intriguing case. Yeah, so that guy is totally in the motion comic, so I highly recommend checking that out. You'll meet Dr. Scarello and the nurse. Was that here before? Yeah, okay, that guy was there before. Oh. Wow. kidding me? And the health takes a while to refill. Yeah, so stuff like that, being on call, would really make me mad, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not in that profession anymore. Because it was endlessly frustrating. Like, because there's like I was able to fix that guy's problem, but like he lied about it first of all. We'll probably never need air cans. Don't we need those? So I don't want this power node to upgrade my health. You know what? I am going to upgrade the health real quick. Sorry guys, it's literally right down this hallway. It's not a problem. But like, there's on-call stories like that, which drove me crazy. There's also, I used to work with a guy who used to think he was the best mechanic in the world. And I would spend whole weekends, sometimes like the entire weekend out, fixing mistakes he has made. Like, oh, when you install this humidifier tubing, you didn't even check to see if it worked, and every time it turns on, it causes the thing to flood the person's owner's basement. So good job, Mr. Mechanic, you're really the best. Or, oh, you installed this person's AC into their apartment complex, and like when you did, you didn't seal up all the holes, and so whenever it rains, water floods their apartment. So great job, Mr. Mechanic. And it was just like endless frustration. So I cannot tell you guys enough to never to get into the heating air conditioning field. It is a nightmare. You probably shouldn't stand that close to a thermite bomb, because hey, maybe that's just me. I feel like it skipped an animation.
Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
I like how the thing, like this game sends you to the morgue in like the second area. Oh, that's not good.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get up to the table. Hold him. Nurse, you hold him down. And record it.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
It doesn't give me hope that she's a medical officer. When all the freaking like dead bodies are what becomes the weapons. Please speak to a clinic technician before taking a seat. Lots of blood. So we got, sorry, we are full. No. Save us. Okay, I was like, what does that say? It says save us, save us, save us, save us, save me. We are so fucked. Hey, I'm okay to be fucked. It's time. There is some sense of humor here. What does it say? I cannot read that very well. Maybe you guys can read some of those better than I can. Help me, help me.